Peace and blessings. This is ShanGO Ray, aka Real Deal Ray. Your intuition's mouthpiece when that monkey mind wants to take over. It is May 29th today, and this is the Shangodiac for all my Libracious Libs out there. Yeah, that's right, the Libs out there. My Libras. The luscious Libs, as I like to say. All right. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to we're gonna see what's some of the past, what led you here right now, as to what's going on. We're gonna look at some hidden influences, okay? Then we're gonna see where our main points of power are, especially for the next coming weeks here. There's always somewhere that's more leverageable as far as power. You're gonna get more bang from your buck um, to go this way rather than that way. So we're gonna cover that too. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive in that particular order. Okay. Don't be afraid to share this video. Also, like I said, you might be helping somebody. Now, since my last Shangodiac, um, it kind of just became apparent to me through a bunch of weird synchronicities that you know I do. It's time to open the doors again for uh, you know certain ritual work and stuff like that. I will get to the reading. Just be patient. I need to say this, okay? Also, any of you who were involved in the 9-day ritual, we're going to be mailing those out tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow. I do apologize. I didn't get a chance today. Yesterday was Memorial Day, so that's out the question. Yeah, but we're going to be mailing everything out tomorrow. I still actually have to go print. I'm going to do that later on today. Go print the paper out with the instructions on it to send it with the your gree. Okay. Now, I have 2 slots available for 2 clients. Okay, for certain ritual work. There's more information available. You can go to my website. I don't want to take too much time for that, but I do want to say this. Okay, as one who has been, in years before, dealt with, battled with homelessness, being broke as a motherfucking joke. Listen, if you are in financial duress, if that's one of your problems, I would advise you just don't. Okay, as far as you know, for several reasons. Okay, I don't want a client who's gonna put that kind of stress on them. Like, oh, this is my last, $1,500 or whatever. Like, I wouldn't even suggest that with me or with anybody. Period. Um, our clients basically, in which I've been directed to. I don't know who's next. I know I got, like I said, 2 slots open, and it can be for a variety of different kind of work. It depends on whatever they want, and it also depends on the alignment. It depends on their thing. Of course, there needs to be a paid consultation first and foremost. It's like an application consultation, and But I just wanted to say basically, look, if you're having extreme financial problems, I do empathize with you. But look, this is not the thing for you because this is not cheap by some accounts. To some people, it would be cheap. But if you're down to your last, if you're almost getting evicted, if you don't know this and that, like this is not for you. I'm just stating that out there in the most heartfelt way that I can. Also, I don't want a client to bring the desperation into the ritual. You know, that's just something uh, that I don't want to do, and I don't want to put my client through that. Okay, so like I said, this ritual is for. I don't know exactly who it's for, but I do know some of the qualifications, and one of them is number one. If finances is a problem, you have to definitely get that in order first and foremost. You know what I mean? I would not advise it. Okay, don't spend your last anything with anybody. Like, do what you got to do to get things together first and foremost. Okay, that's just all I wanted to say about that. On to my Libras. All right, what is going on with the Libras? Hope everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend. We are actually just coming off Memorial Day right now, so I'm hoping everybody is good. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Show us what needs to be known for the Libras. Show us. show us what's going on with the Libras. I say. All right. Now let's get into this. Sorry for that long tirade. It's just it came up, so I wanted to address it in the next thing that I did. But all that's going to be on the site anyway. So there's a procedure and an order to things, as far as the way I do things, as far as ritual work goes, especially because that's almost like having sex in a way, because you're meshing your energy with that of the client too. It can get very messy. It can get all kinds of different things. So you want to be very careful. Okay. Okay, let's deal with some of what led you right here, right now. Okay, how does that sound? Libra, I just feel like there's somebody in your life. This is an important person, okay? Or they're important to something that you're doing, or something that greatly affects you and yours, or you, okay? But there was a communication breakdown. Okay, you see that two of clubs. I gotta hold it right here in order for you to see it. Two of clubs. Okay. This two of clubs though is reversed. Okay. Now another thing that it's speaking to, clubs also is an air element. Okay, we can't forget that. Also has to do with much things that have to do with the mind on the mental realm. Okay. So what it's letting me know here also, behind the scenes of everything, there has been a miscommunication and between you. It's almost like a you divided, which is not hard to imagine, being that you're a guy, you're Libras, so you know what I'm saying. There are two sides of the scale. Okay, so right now I feel what has also led you here is you've been definitely experiencing the whole polarityness, the hot, the cold. Also, I feel like there has been a misalignment. So I'm gonna just basically put it in the best way that I can, which is whatever this is that you're shooting for, your main thing here, you're still not in alignment with it. You ain't gotten your subconscious mind on board. And that's why it feels like sometimes almost something else is in control. And in essence, it is. It's called your subconscious mind. But I definitely feel there's a misalignment there. There is a payoff for you not getting what you really want and desire right now. And it's your job to play detective to figure out why and what that is. Okay? That's a very, very major thing. Okay? Also, here, oh, you see the 10 of diamonds. Okay, now this 10 of diamonds is upright, so that's one thing. For some of you, this may not have anything to do, this misalignment may not have anything to do with finances. Okay, um, I definitely feel some of you Libras have went to the next level within your finances, or just with money in general. It doesn't have to necessarily be with a job. Also with your values, I feel like a lot of you are really stepping it up, holding yourself to a higher value. Nobody can put more pressure on a Libra than they put on themselves. I promise you that, and I know that because I know my Libs, right? Okay. Also, in the midst of all this, though, you have been get you've also been getting some wise counsel from somebody. Somebody has been giving you some good information. Of course, this information in and of itself is not power. If you can't apply it in your life, it's nothing. It's just information. It's like stored data that's dormant. It ain't doing nothing. Okay. Now it starts to make effect when you work it. Okay. So in addition to whatever wise counsel some of you guys may have gotten or have access to, somebody has given you some good information, but also your intuition has been really, 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 really kicking in. And I'm gonna tell you, the missing piece to all that though is aligning your subconscious mind. You got to find ways to align your subconscious mind with what you desire. Okay, you have to transmute them past limiting thought forms, beliefs, all of that. Okay, that's our work. Some of those beliefs and all that bullshit, it's not all fault that it got there, but now that is there, it's our responsibility to heal it, to change it, to transmute it. Um, Hidden influences, baby. For a few of you Libras, there's somebody who also has very strong mental powers, very strong aptitude. I feel like they've also been affecting you in some way. Okay, that's not necessarily um, what's been going on here. Another aspect, because this card is upright, so that shouldn't have actually came out with that, but it did. But I feel with you right now, your consciousness is just like expanded. Okay, very much so expanded. I feel like you're learning new shit. You're probably enhancing your communication with the outside world. You know how to assess people. Many of you know how to assess people and get the drop on somebody before they even almost open their mouth. You guys are that good. So that's another hidden influence of why all this other stuff was happening, because it's also a telltale sign of growth. Okay, now another thing, you have somebody throwing shots at you. Okay, there's a lot of anger. This is split up into two demographics, two sides of the Libra. For some of you it's actually both. Okay, but for some of you, your anger towards somebody has also been stymieing you. Your aggressiveness, that inner, you just want to light their ass up, that has been blocking you. Believe it or not, when you do that on a consistent basis, that is like drinking the poison. We've all heard this analogy, drinking the poison and expecting somebody else to drop dead from that. Okay? Unless you're the human voodoo doll, like in American Horror Story, it doesn't work that way. Okay? So, and on the other side of that, like I said, I see two groups of Libras. One, they're the one that's angry and projecting it out, and their own anger is fucking them up. The other ones, somebody has been projecting it to you. Could also be familial, could be somebody who has a very strong connection, even maybe a DNA connection, which always serves to send bullshit down the pike just that much better. You can count on you, especially your mom, because I feel like for one of you or so, I feel like mom has just been like, and because they're your mom, it's affecting you in a whole other way. Remember, this is the you incarnated through this lady. Okay. Now there was something you were going to start also. Another, and I don't know if this is this may also be serving your your pessimism. There was something you felt really passionate about, or it could have even been a relationship that you were very passionate about, but it didn't go nowhere. Okay. This could have been recent, or just something about right now reminds you of this particular time. So the anchors are firing off. You're almost kind of feeling familiar, what they call familiar spirits, in some ways. Okay, uh, and I feel like a guardedness, a pessimism, somewhat. Okay, that is also accounted here. So let's see what the points of power are here. Points of power. Definitely a working partnership. Okay, you need a working partnership. And the way you begin a good working partnership is you first and foremost clarify the value that you can offer somebody. Don't go with your hands out looking like cups. All right. You want to really be genuine and authentic about what value you can offer somebody else. And then in turn, they can maybe do something for you. You know what I'm saying, or whatnot. But that's the attitude you want to have. I feel like there is also a good working relationship coming your way. Maybe even a friendship too. Could be also just a good friendship based on activities as well. But I feel definitely a business partnership, working partnership, and a friendship. Okay. Um, Start thinking along them lines. Start speaking it even to yourself. Just say, I call the perfect working business slash whatever, fill in the blank partner to myself now. I experience this partner now. I experience this partner now. That's basically saying like you have it now. You can almost be, and even think about how grateful you are that you got a good partner like this, even though they're not technically physically here yet. Okay. Also, you guys get this one too. Somebody else got this a couple days ago. Um, Nine of Hearts, as we see, it's not reversed. So another point of power, and a lot of you Libras aren't doing this. Okay. But another point of power is you really need to start fucking with your ancestors. And I mean, even if you're in the car, talk to them. If you know one in particular who was here, who's an ancestor in your particular lineage, whether it was a grandma, great grandma, whatever, you need to let them know. I would strongly suggest, if possible, if the environment allows, if you're not able to, then just do the best you can. Told somebody else too, even just to get like a little box, and you can just have a little picture. You can make it to where you could just put a little candle. When a candle burns out, you just close the box again, put it away. Nice little tiny portable altar. You know what I'm saying? Something though. You really need to facilitate that connection with them. They have so much to give you. Matter of fact, right now, thank you very much. They're trying to get you some things, but they actually need your help to help them get it to you. Okay, so it's like here you go, you got the ball. So what you gonna do, right? Um, and this is the last point of power. Interesting. For some of you Libras, this is getting rid of somebody, cutting somebody out, or demoting them as far as they have nothing to do with your finances. Okay, because this is a jack of diamonds. Okay, but this particular card is reversed, and since it's in a point of power, besides it actually meaning somebody who is very capable of lying, or costing you money, just in a, I feel like this person is almost like, whether they mean to do it or not, they're just costing you money and valuable resources and time and things that matter to you, because your time is very precious to you. So time would be considered a value, a commodity. Okay, that's why it's a jack. A diamond is anything of value. All right, and last but not least, it may also be starting to actually turn your shit around, as far as maybe possibly some of you Libras have been financially like irresponsible, or some of you Libras have also been, believe it or not, a little bit maybe lazy with doing certain things. Once again, I wouldn't even say it's so much laziness as it is uh, pessimism. Okay, some of this fear and some of this misalignment. You put these two together, or even a host of different combination of these, I'll tell you what you're going to get. You're going to get that one weird fear that makes it too easy to procrastinate with. And that's what's going to happen, because you, something inside you, that's when you got to see, okay, what is going on here? You got to always go in. What's going on here? I notice I haven't been doing this shit. So what is the real reason why I'm not doing this shit? You know, start to question yourself, play detective. I promise you, even in just the process of playing detective, you're going to discover a lot of jewels. All right, so that has been your Libracious, very Libracious Shangodiac. Okay, and of course, if you need to speak with me, I am available. We still have a special going on for psychic email readings. Okay, that's where basically you you go and you order the psychic email reading, depending on what kind you want. One question, three question, or five questions. We're having a sale on the 3 and 5 questions. Okay, you can, take your time, formulate some really good questions, really get to the heart of what it is that you want to know. Email me the questions, and within, 3 business days or so, you get a nice MP3 with your reading on it. Okay, you don't have to get on the phone. You don't have to whatever. So I know some people are shy or whatnot, or they just don't have the time, or if they do have the time, they're not in the environment where they want to try and have a conversation or whatnot. So I mean, whatever the case is, we're here to serve. Okay, so you'll find all that information in the description box. You hit that little arrow on one side of the screen here somewhere, and the shit will drop down. Okay, like some big old. Never mind. Peace and blessings to you, though. We shall see you again when we see you again. Okay, and you can be sure of that. All right.